any other. To call it a bread maker is an understatement, because this will make jams, it will make jellies, it will make yogurt, but it will also make the perfect bagel, the perfect brioche, the perfect baguette, and everything in between. But for the first time ever now, you not only have a very slim, compact design that will make 1 pound, 1.5, or 2 pound loaves of bread. You can decide if you want it light, medium, or dark. But in addition to that, you now have, for the first time ever, the ability to dispense nuts, fruits, even candies. It will mix in with your dough evenly, perfectly. It does everything. You add the ingredients, it mixes it, it lets the dough rest, and then adds everything in and bakes it to perfection. We have it available in the red, we have it in the black. If you want it in the black, final 700 now in the black. Stainless steel has been our best seller on the day, very sleek design. Also in your turquoise as well as your mint. We're including for you 6 of your gift boxes as well, because that's what we do. We bake for the holidays and then we give them as gifts. So we're gonna get you all started with 6 boxes. And in addition to that, you may wanna add this into your order. We do have the bread, some inspiration from Marion Getz in the bread machine cookbook. But again, jams, yogurts, you name it, you can find it right in here. Chef, never a design like this before. And when you look at being able to get this home for under $20, to be able to bake bread, yogurt, jams, you name it, right here.
Yeah. I think it is the most amazing price, but the price wouldn't matter to me. The way it works, it's really incredible. And you can make so many different breads, like basic bread, French bread, whole wheat bread, gluten-free bread. You can make pound cakes. You can make even yogurt in there, or you can make your jam in there. You can see we made strawberry jam here. We made yogurt here, and we made pound cakes in there. I mean, you name it. You can do whatever you think. You go to your local bakery and look at something, and you know you can make it too. You can make your doughs in there. You can make custom doughs in there. So this machine does everything for you, whatever you will ever need. I think if you're a baker, if your family loves bread, and if you spend a lot of time at home, if you're 2 people or 4 people, whatever it is worth to get a machine like that, because there's no more guessing. The machine does everything for you. If you want to go to somebody's house, you bring them a pound cake like that. You get the boxes. Look at that. You arrive and say, okay, I brought dessert, or I brought your cake for tomorrow morning for breakfast, a little cake in the afternoon, or just a whole bread loaf here with whole wheat bread in here. Look at that. People are going to say, wow. And if you know your friend is gluten-free, bring them a gluten-free bread and said, I made it for you especially because we really care about our health. So it is amazing. So this machine will help you in your kitchen every day, every other day. And you can program it. So if you love the smell of great bread, like a cinnamon raisin bread in the morning, what do? You can program it here because it has the custom programmer here, and then you can have bread at 7 or 8 in the morning, fresh out of the oven, like if you would go to your local bakery. I mean, if my mother would have had that, or my grandmother would have had them, she would have been in 7th heaven. She had to do everything by hand, and then watch how it rises, watch how it bakes, turn on the oven and everything. It was so much work. This makes it easy for everybody. Look here, I have a beautiful loaf of bread. You can even decide what color you want it. You want a dark color or a light or medium. I like my bread with a good color because I think it has more flavor. So that's an important part for me, but you decide what you like. So I can smell the cinnamon in here. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful. The texture.
It smells so good, and the texture of that bread is just amazing. You know, in the old time, they had bread makers where the bread became really like a brick, really hard, really dense. Not now. Look at that. I can fold it up. It is so soft, so tender, just perfectly. So if you want to make now bread for a little sandwich in the afternoon, or you have friends over for tea or whatever it is, or just for you, you're a little hungry, I'll use cream cheese often or butter. Put a little bit of that on it, on the warm bread right out of the oven. You don't gonna be able to resist it. And then with your homemade marmalade, you also get the recipe for the marmalade. So you buy your older strawberries or you use older fruits and just make them in there. And look what we have. All of a sudden, the most delicious breakfast or lunch or whatever it is. All right, do we get a little plate so I can put my bread on? Thank you so much. Okay. All right, I'm gonna continue. I'm not gonna eat as much now, but I'm gonna continue and show you how I gonna make the bread. How easy it is. You don't have to go to Harvard or MIT or USC or anywhere like that. You can do it being like me, who only went to school until I was 14. Okay, look at that. So here is the insert. See that? So that goes right in here. You put it in and twist it over. Okay, perfect. And then you add always your liquid first. A cup of water, a little oil or butter. And then here we have our flour. We add the flour to it. So this you can buy from us already ready. So you don't have to worry about yeast. If your yeast is working or anything, everything is working. And then we're gonna look at the mode here. What is the mode? We have a basic bread. So they're all up here. Actually, you would close it, but I show you how it works. So basic, quick, French, ultra fast, whole wheat, cake, like pound cake. Then you make a dough. You make a sweet bread like a pound cake and so forth. You make jam. So you decide what you want. So mode 1, we say basic bread. So we have to go back to number 1. Okay, number 1. Then the loaf, it's a 2-pound loaf or 1.5 pound. It's a 2-pound loaf. The color, medium, dark, light. Okay, let's put it medium, okay? And then all you have to do is put on starch. And look at that, the machine starts to work. Now, obviously, I show you, I keep it open so people can see what's going on. But at home, what would you do? You will close it up and you go on with your day. And you come back 3-4 hours later, you will have the perfectly baked bread. It's done, you don't have to worry, it doesn't gonna be cooked in the inside, or, you know, often if you don't know how long it is in, you forget to set the timer and things like that. With this machine, it does everything for you. It kneads the dough, it proofs the dough, it bakes it. All you have to do is eat it. I mean, how much better can life be?
Doesn't get any better than that. Under $20, you get this home. This is crazy. It does you know, Chef, you think of how many steps it took to make bread in the past, and a lot of times it just didn't turn out well. It had a lot of air pockets in it. The perfect way. And it's so simple. Just push the button and let the machine do the rest. And by the way, we do have, if you want the cookbook, we do have the inspiration from Marion available for you as well. So pick this up and get started with it. You can do everything, bagels, baguettes. You can do pizza dough. You can do any jams, yogurt. What would a yogurt machine cost you? You don't need any of that anymore. A slim design that's gonna fit right on your countertop. Red, black, stainless, we have turquoise, we have the mint, your gift box is coming with it. But Chef, everything about this just couldn't be easier or smarter. I love that the machine even knows how long it needs to rest.
Yeah, totally. The machine does everything for you. You know, if you have, all you have to do is really put the ingredients in and then take the container out with the baked bread. And you don't have to worry, the oven is too hot, the oven is not hot enough, whatever. This machine will make everything for you. You can see in here, look at that. See, it starts to knead the dough already. Can we get the close in here? All right, in my little blue machine here, or turquoise machine, no possible? Okay, look at that.
It's fun to watch
So
it.
it stops it, it turns it. It stops it, it turns it. So that's going to make a beautiful dough. Okay, I close it up and see. So here I made the dough before and took it out. You can see that this is a whole wheat dough. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a, what do you call that? A braid, exactly. See, I think I'm doing that for too long. I forget the name of a braid. Yeah, I should know because my sisters had braids when they grew up. And now look at that. Nuts or braids is better, no? Okay, you squish it together at the end. Oh, this is a long one. Okay, get it over with in the center. And then here. And then get the next one.
Your sisters would be very proud of you. You're doing a good job with your braids.
I know, yeah. Maybe I get in the hairdresser business. All right. Okay, let's put them up here. Okay, and continue.
And that is the sheet pan we do have available. 17 by 11, comes with 4 silicone inserts in case you're interested. We'll give you the item number.
And look at that. You put a little egg wash on here, some poppy seeds, sesame seeds, you like it. In Austria, we use a lot of poppy seeds for our baking. And then we let it proof. And then we bake it. So it's so simple. So you can do total custom baking. Now, you want to make a pizza dough, for example, that's exactly what you do. You take out the dough, form the pizza balls, and then you make your pizza. And look, here we made one a little earlier already. We put a few chocolate chips on top, and that's what you have, a beautiful loaf of bread. Even that, if you bring it to somebody's house and you tell them you made it specially for them, they're going to say, you're kidding. You cannot do that. How are you going to make the dough? How are you going to bake it? But now you can with the machine.
And all you have to do is just pick a number. I mean, that's all you do. It is pre-programmed. Okay. It's so simple. You do not have to get out your rolling pin or flour or anything else. You put the ingredients in, let the machine do everything. You just have, the hardest part, I think, Chef, is deciding which one to do. Because there's so many choices.
That's why. Yeah, at the beginning you start out, okay, you make the wheat bread, then you make the whole wheat bread, and then all of a sudden you're going to start to add grains to it, seeds to it, whatever you think, whatever you have, you can add to it. And then all of a sudden you're going to say, you know what, let me try to make some yogurt. And then you're going to taste the yogurt like you never had before. It tastes so rich, so delicious. Look at that. Here is Marianne with her yogurt. Now look at that.
Look, it's so creamy.
No, nothing added to it, just creamy, delicious yogurt. And I love yogurt in the morning. My doctor actually told me it's very good for your stomach to put some yogurt in it, especially if you have high acidity. You put a little sugar and a little vanilla in it, it's really delicious. Put a few berries on top. All right, a little, what do you call it? Granola on top, yeah. Okay, and now you have another breakfast.
But nothing tastes like fresh.
That away.
Nothing tastes like fresh baked bread in your home, fresh made yogurt, fresh made jams, jellies, you name it, baguettes, braids. You can do bagels with this. You can do all those kind of breads that you see in the bakery that you spend all that money for. But don't buy the bread in the store when you read the ingredients, because Chef, you were talking earlier about how you can put a loaf of bread on your countertop and it can last for weeks now. There's just kind of something wrong with that. You know, it's not meant.
Yeah, totally. So, because people add so many additives, so many preservatives to their bread that they stay like that forever. They're like sponges. But you know, your stomach feels like a sponge there too. And then you don't know, if you eat 2 slices, you say, oh my God, I feel so bloated. If you have really natural bread, you won't feel that way. You're going to say, oh my God, you know what? I can eat 2 slices and I still feel like really good. So that's really an important part, I think, by having something done the way it should be done, the way it was done in the old time. And some bakers actually now are getting back to the original way. But you go to a certain specialty bakery, you buy a loaf of their bread, it costs $15, $16, so it's really expensive too. So because they use good flour and no preservative.
Listen, under $20 gets us home. Try it. We haven't extended our holiday returns till the end of January. You will start baking with this. You will never stop. The kids will love it. The grandkids will love it. You will love it. It will take you right back to the memories that you have. But this bread is goof-proof. Everything about baking with this, it's done for you. So there's no chance of screwing it up. No chance of, did I let it rust enough? Did I over knead it? Nothing. It's simple, easy, and the amount of different things you can do, 14 presets on this, chef. So it couldn't be easier. The colors, again, red, black. We have the stainless is our bestseller, turquoise mint, gift boxes included. Baking season has arrived, but this isn't about a season. This is about a memory and a flavor and a taste you're gonna get every single day.
Exactly. You're going to use this bread maker all the time because it's so simple, so easy. If you don't have my bread mixture, you buy any kind of flour you like. You buy a little yeast and put the water in, get Marianne's book, so that way you really can't screw up. And then you continue making the bread for the rest of your life. And you're going to say, Wolfgang, I never had bread like that in my life. This is really the way to go. Now, look. Here is the paddle in here with the bread. You get the little hook here, and you take out the paddle, so that way you can cut the bread really easy. And it's up to you. You want to cut them in big slices, small slices. You can cut them in half. You can make your paninis. Do we have some sandwich meat here or something? All right. And here we're going to make a little mayonnaise, a little sausage or something, and have a delicious panini made also. With a little cheese, if we have it.
I think the consistency of the texture throughout the entire loaf of bread.
The texture is so amazing. When you cut it once, you're already going to say, oh my God, I just want to eat it the way it is. Right. You know, it is so delicious.
And you know, you see the crust on the outside. The crust on the outside, but it's so soft on the inside.
Totally. So I'm going to show you how I make my sandwiches. They are bringing me a little bit of the pastrami or whatever they have, or maybe just some tomatoes and some cheese. So I add a little mayonnaise in the middle on the slices here. And sometimes, or if we have it, I add a little mustard. I saw mustard here, but now they took all my stuff away. Okay. They're cleaning up too well here.
Give it back.
My cleaning crew is amazing. So we're going to make sandwiches here. Where did they all put everything? What happened with Andrew? He's still taking everything away from me. What we have?
Pastrami, pasta, and cheese.
Okay, bring it over.
And look at what we've already cooked up. It's cinnamon raisin bread, blueberry bread.
Look at all. We made a carrot cake in here too. Wow. Okay, thank you. All right, let's finish that, and then we're going to go through everything. So I have some pastrami here. Okay, so that could be ham, that could be anything you like. All right, let's use it all up. A perfect lunch. Put some tomatoes on top. Okay, and then we put cheese on top. Okay, and then we're gonna put it into our panini maker, or put it in the oven and bake it. It depends what you have at home. Okay, you have the panini? Okay, so another good idea, if you want to have the perfect panini, put a little mayo on the outside of the bread. It makes it crispier, it gets it a better color. So on both sides if you want to, or just on one side. So not a lot, just a little bit. All right, the panini is here. So you also, I still think we have a few. Okay, good. So we put that right in here. Okay. and we're gonna bake our sandwich. So if you wanna make a great sandwich with this bread, you are sure to have the best quality you ever had. All right, now, one of my favorite things always is, I forgot to put mustard in it, but it's okay. What my favorite is, it's the pound cake. So for me, look at the dough here. Look how beautiful the dough is here. See that? Mm-hmm. So this could be my pizza dough here. This could be a dough like we used it for our bread here. What do you call it? The braided bread. Jesus Christ, I forget the English by now. I'm talking too much. I think, can I talk in German? Maybe it's a Zopf. We call it a Zopf in German. At least that's what they call it in Austria, where I come from. Oh, my God. Okay, let's put that back in there. Okay, good. All right, now look at that. Here we have a beautiful lemon pound cake. Mm. So you can make it into a birthday cake. You can just serve it in slices. You can add more marmalade to it, squeeze it together. Can you slice them a little bit? Too much work for me. All right, we put a little bit of that on top. So I cut them into 4 equal slices. Okay, a little cream. Nobody gonna see, just fill it up. Okay, and then put one more on top, one more marmalade.
That pound cake looks so creamy too.
Yeah. And then if you wanna put something on top, we can always just cut off the top a little bit, so that way you can put strawberries on top, raspberries on top. Or just cut off the end, Okay. And then cover it with raspberries, strawberries, whatever you have. And you have a delicious little birthday cake.
I mean,
or
restaurant
just a
quality.
Cake.
Truly,
Yeah,
if you served that in a restaurant or walked into a bakery, what would you pay for that? I mean,
that like more than a flex pay for sure.
Oh, for sure, a couple of flex payments.
Yeah, I know for sure. You know, at Spargo, one dessert is like $15 or $16, so you can figure it out yourself how much it is. I shouldn't say it because people might not come to the restaurant. They're just gonna bake at home from now on. Okay, it's winter time, we put a little powdered sugar on it, and that's it. So if it's a birthday, put a birthday candle right here, and you are done. You are done for the rest of the night. You have your cake, you have your main course, you can eat your sandwich. How is our sandwich coming? Oh, perfect, yeah, coming a little more, yeah. All right, let's clean up a little bit. Oh my God, look at that, I have no space here. So, you get the boxes, look at that. So you can make a birthday cake and actually then bring it to your friend's house wherever you go.
Oh, perfect, how beautiful.
Look at that.
How beautiful. Yeah. Who wouldn't love that? I mean, come on, who would not love that?
I know, so instead of going out and buying somebody a $50 birthday present, which is not much, or a bottle of wine, which will cost you even more maybe, you bring them a homemade cake. There is nothing better than that, you know. They know it's made with love. They know you made it yourself. This is not like you take it easy and go to a store. But you don't have to tell them that you had this amazing helper at home, that you had this amazing machine at home who did all the work for you. So all you did was slice it and put a little cream or marmalade in there and buy a few strawberries, or if you have other fruits, put them on top, or put nothing on top, just a little bit of powdered sugar. And so simple, so easy.
So simple, so easy, but the perfection with which you're able to do it.
Yeah.
Everything, all you do, just decide what you want to do. 14 presets. So the hardest part is deciding, do I want to do the yogurt today or the jam? Do I want to do a bagel today? What do you want to do? It's all right here, simple, easy. If you can pick up the cookbook, this is great inspiration. It will make it it even simpler so it turns out absolutely perfectly. But for $20 on your credit card, do it yourself. Make the memories, break bread that you have made bread. This is the time to do it and get it home and just experience it. Because you know, Chef, there's just nothing like it.
Yeah.
It is the memory of the smell. It is the flavor. It's knowing what you're putting in your body. It's all of those.
You know, Alison, you're so right, because I remember as a kid at home, when Sunday morning we woke up and my mother used to, or my grandmother used to make our bread, actually just like a whole wheat bread with raisins, cinnamon, and some nuts, because we had a walnut tree at home. And so we always saved the nuts, and then she chopped them up and mixed them with the sugar and cinnamon and put them in the loaf of bread. And just the smell of it on Sunday was amazing. We served the hot chocolate with it, and it was just the perfect breakfast for me. We did not need anything else, and all my sisters, everybody, so this is like the best thing. We did not know. We grew up with almost no money. We had meat once a week, maybe on Sunday for lunch or on Sunday for dinner. But the rest, we always had good things going on. Why? Because my mother was a good cook. But at that time, she had so much work in the kitchen. I know when she made bread, she was beating the dough by hand on her board like crazy. And then she had to put it in a mold and put a towel over it and let it rise somewhere. So that took time. And she couldn't go away, because if it's too much proof and you put it in the oven, it falls down and then everything is ruined. You have to throw it out. So it's really a day's work. So I think this is really the best way, where you can get quality bread, like just like as good as you would have in any fancy restaurant. How is our panini, all right? Okay. All right, let's bring it over here. Thank you. You want to take it out?
Bring it in the machine.
Okay, bring it in the machine. Okay, we have the panini maker too here. Look at that. Ooh, nice and crispy.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Can you hear it?
Oh, yes,
Now,
we can.
all you need is half a sandwich and a soup, and you have lunch. Look at that.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
You get a close-up? Okay, look at it.
And with that
If you want to squeeze out
bread.
the cheese.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with the homemade bread, I mean, nothing is better.
No, it just isn't.
I
And
think
you know, Chef, when you think about if you walk into a bakery, I go to an Italian bakery, if you buy one loaf of bread, what you spend on that loaf of bread is crazy. And it's because, you know, they're in there doing it by hand, you know? This,
Totally.
This is so easy.
If you make it with all ingredients, so that way the next day or 2 days later, the bread is not fresh anymore. So now you don't want to buy bread which is 2 days old, unless you buy something with all the preservatives in it. Then it doesn't matter if it's a month old. But if it's really done the old-fashioned way, the right way, you know, it's best eaten fresh. If you go to Paris, everybody in the morning runs out to get their baguette. They never buy a baguette for the next day. They buy it really fresh. So now, with the custom setting, you can have fresh bread every day in the morning if you want to, or just for the weekend, or just 3 times a week, because the machine will do it for you.
And you can pre-program this too, right? So you can set it so that you're waking up to the smell of fresh baked bread. I mean, unbelievable. It's an unbelievable opportunity.
And you have the nut and fruit dispenser too. I forgot to show you that. Look at that here.
And
so you want to make a nut bread?
Right.
You put it in a dispenser here. You close it up and put it on top of the machine. You can see it here. I have it right here. Okay. Now I can put this one in here, and that's it. So when I turn it on and make the dough, after 20 minutes, the nuts will fall right in there. And it's so easy. Let me show you it here. See? Look at it. Come on close in here. So that's how it works. There's a button here which is going to be released. Up. And this thing comes out. I don't have a good aim, but it's okay. Yeah.
So you can even put candy in there, right? You could do candy. You can make your fruit cakes. With everything that
You can make your fruit cakes, you can make your chocolate chip cakes and everything. The most important part is you're gonna get bread when you want it. It's gonna be fresh when you want it. And that's all the difference, you know. It's not something you buy in the store that stays the same forever. And you know, when you read the label, you said, what did they put this gum in here? Why is this in there? Bread, there should be 4 ingredients. You know, it's not so complicated, but it's the work which is complicated, which the work is really a lot. So now you can do it at home without working. You just throw the ingredients in here and that's it.
And it does everything. Even knows how long to let the dough rest. I love that. Everything about it is done for you. All you have to do is decide what kind of bread do I want, or do I want yogurt? Do I want jam? Do I want jelly? What do I want? And it's going to do everything for you because all you do is push a button. Add the ingredients, push a button, let this do everything. A $20 bill on your credit card. You do not want to miss out on this. Never before have we brought you this with that special dispenser for your fruit, your nuts, your candies. Red, black, stainless steel, our best seller. If you want it in the black, I think we have something like 500 now. Okay, just about 600 left if you want it in the black. Stainless, turquoise, we have a mint green, and again, you're even getting your gift boxes for all of your breads, your pound cakes, your fruit cakes that you might want to give for the holidays. But this is the time. You make the memories. We get to spend, hopefully, some time with our friends and families now.
152. You know, it is so amazing. I think when people come to our house, and if it's a winemaker, they will bring their own wine. If it's somebody else, they will bring something. But I think if you go now to somebody's house and you can bring them this cake, get a close-up here. Where is my close-up guy up there? He's deserting me. Are you still up there, Cliff? All right. You bring a cake like that to somebody's home. People are going to say, wow, where did you buy that? What bakery did you get it? But you know you made it at home. They probably won't even believe you if you say, I made it myself. They said, I never knew you were a baker, but now you have become a baker par excellence. You can make bread and cakes as good as any bakery out there. And that's what I want for you out there. I want for you that you use your hard-earned money and have great results. You know, if you cook at home, if you bake at home, you want to be sure you're not going to mess it up. You want to be sure that the result is always excellent, that everybody going to come over and says, how did you make that? This is so amazing. You have such an amazing baker or cook. All of a sudden, you will get all these accolades, and people are going to say, my God, you know what? This lady or this man is really amazing in the kitchen. And you know what? Don't tell them it's the machine who made everything for you. You tell them, yes, thank you very much, and let them pat your back. So it's really a good way to start out or to finish the year. And